And hello, hola, welcome students. Thank you so much for tuning in and finding out a little bit more about the University of Galway. So this is our beautiful quad, one of the main buildings in our campus, and this is where I'll be talking to you about today. So just a little bit about the university. We're one of the top 2% universities in the world, according to the QS rankings. We have a huge funding available for research and development. It's a core concept in our university, so it's really important to us. So if you have, a scientific, a curious mind, you're interested in research, you'll fit right in here. We have 3 researchers on the Clarivate list of highly cited researchers, 110,000 alumni worldwide, most biodiverse university campus in Ireland, and sustainability is a major focus for our university as well, both in teaching and in life within the university. So you'll find that the University of Galway, is very environmentally friendly and sustainability forward. It's one of our core values. So a little bit about the university then. We have been educating students for over 175 years. We're one of the oldest and largest universities in the country. We have 4 different colleges. We have the College of Arts, Social Science and Celtic Studies, the College of Business, Public Policy of Law, the College of Science and Engineering, and the College of Health, Science, Medicine and Nursing. We have over 170 undergraduate programs and 170 postgraduate programs and 70 undergraduate programs. So there's something for everybody within our university. Where we're based, we're on the west coast of Ireland in a beautiful and very charming city called Galway. We've been voted the world's most friendliest city, world's most charming city, in the Lonely Planet best of travel guides. So, we've a very culturally diverse city. It's very welcoming to tourists, and we welcome millions of tourists every year. And it's very open and lively, and the student life really contributes to that. The city, it's small, so there's a population of 80,000 students, or 80,000 people within the city, and 20,000 of those are students. So you can imagine just how much the students are part of the city, and you can really see that as well. There's plenty of things to do. There's great nightlife, there's lots of shops, cafes, nice restaurants, clothes shops from like super high end to budget friendly. So there's something for everybody here. And I like to make that point because not only will you have lots to do here, but you will also have maybe lots of opportunities to get part-time work here in Galway while you study as well, which you can do for up to 20 hours a week as a student with us. This top picture here, I like to show it because it looks like there's a festival on, it looks like there's something about to happen, but there isn't. That's just our normal shopping street, and it's very colourful, very vibrant, and there's always, it's a great place to sit and have a coffee because there's always something to see and to talk about. This bottom picture here is from our arts festival. So throughout the year we have festivals that take place, and we've got artists and visitors that come from all over the world for these spectacular spectacles, and they're really enjoyable. And lastly, in this picture we are we have lots to offer in the city, lots of shops, as I said, from high end to budget friendly. We're also pretty close to Dublin too. So if you did want to go shopping, if you did want to be in a commercial market, there's plenty of opportunity here in Galway as well. So as I mentioned, we're the 3rd largest city in the Republic of Ireland. We are a 2-hour drive from Dublin, and maybe 1-hour drive from Shannon Airport. So it's fairly convenient to get to. And Dublin, Shannon and Cork airports are accessible by train, by bus from Galway City, and then the rest of Europe is open to you as well. We're situated on the west coast of Ireland along the Wild Atlantic Way, which is this coastal drive here, and it's one of the longest coastal drives in the world. And Galway is the centre of it. And I like to make this point because, as you can imagine, This drive attracts lots of visitors throughout the year, and all of them seem to stop over in Galway. So it's a very touristy and very friendly and welcoming city. It's the city of festivals, culture, and the arts, and it's Ireland's cultural capital. And in fact, it was Europeans' cultural capital of the year in 2020 as well, and it's world renowned. So our campus then, we have lots of beautiful buildings, a biodiversity trail. We have our gym is called the Kingfisher, and it's a student gym on campus. We've got special rates for students. We have each of our faculties have their own building. So, you know, most of your lectures are concentrated in one area. You don't need to get a bus across campus for another lecture, or you don't need to go across the city to go to some of your classes. We have some accommodation on campus as well, and we're really centrally located. So we are about a 10-minute walk from the city centre, which is brilliant if you have a part-time job or a few hours off study. And we're also about a 15-minute walk from the beach, which is I think really unique in Ireland, and I don't know a lot of universities that can boast that. So you've got a really nice work-life study balance here in Galway. Student accommodation then. We have on-campus accommodation options. At the moment, we have 2 different providers. We are building a 3rd campus accommodation, and these range in price depending on the type of room that you'd like. And you can submit your preferences as well, whether you want to share a room, whether you want to have a room by yourself, whether you want to be in an apartment with 4, 6, or 8 people. So there's different options for you, and there's lots of off-campus accommodation. Of course, accommodation is very competitive in Ireland. It's, you know, we have a large number of students coming over, so I always recommend that students book their accommodation, or, you know, apply for college early and have their accommodation, you know, start to book it around January, February time of the year that they're coming. The cost of living then in Galway. So we recommend to budget between 10,000 and 13,000 euro for your academic year. That will cover your rent, it'll cover your bills. You want to think about food. So we've got lots of student-friendly supermarkets, loads of budget supermarkets where the produce is really, really fresh and good quality, local. So it's quite an affordable way to get good quality food. We've lots of interesting supermarkets that sell food from all over the world as well, so you get a little bit of taste of home in Ireland. We also have artisan food shops for the specialty items or the really high-end local produce, which is lovely to sample and try as well. You want to think about your clothes and your laundry. We always recommend that you bring a rain jacket, or you can buy one here. Think about your books, your study materials, which you can buy easily secondhand here, or you can rent from the library, or you can buy them new from Amazon and get them delivered. Think about your travel. So students get really highly discounted on the buses all around the city, and the university is in a great location, so the university is very easy to get to. It's also a very cyclable city, so lots of students would buy or rent bikes. Think about your recreation. How do you like to spend your time? Do you like to go out at night? Do you like to go to coffee shops? Do you like to go and see the tourist sites at the weekends? And there's something for everybody here in Galway, and indeed in the country. So there's plenty to see and do, both for free and experiences where you can spend your money as well. So the student experience, obviously your courses and your course material, that's what you're here for, but your experience is really important to us as well. So we've over 140 clubs and societies. We've got a volunteering service, which allows you to volunteer in the community outside of the university. So it's a really nice way to connect to Galway as a city. We've got country-specific activities. We have a students' union counselling service, a medical health unit with free doctor's visits. We have newspaper, radio, and loads of stuff in between. So we really want you to have a holistic experience when you come here, and our international students are really important to us. So we put on plenty for you to enjoy and to integrate with the Irish students and the community here as well. So our students from the Latin American market, what do they typically study when they come here? Well, for undergraduate students, our joint honours in the Bachelor of Arts joint honours is a really flexible programme. And this allows students to pick from a range of subjects and qualify with two specialties. And you have really high degree of flexibility with that as well. We have nominated programs such as the Bachelor of Arts in Journalism or the Bachelor of Arts in Children's Studies. And then we have the Bachelor of Science, the Bachelor of Engineering undenominated. And these two programs are really great. Like our arts program, they're very flexible. So if you don't know really what you want to do when you come to college, you know you love science, you know you love engineering, you can come in and study 1 year where you study all of the subjects, and then you get to choose one specialty in science or engineering. We have our Bachelor of Commerce, Global Experience, which has a built-in study year abroad, and our Bachelor of Science in Business Information Systems, which is proving very, very popular in this market. In postgraduate courses then, we have our Masters of Science in Computer Science and Data Analytics, and we have another similar in Business Analytics. These are our two top programs, so they're highly competitive. I would say get your applications in early, and I'll speak about your applications in a couple of minutes. We have our Masters in Global Communications, which has a number of streams as well, where you can study journalism law, you can study international relations, you can study sports journalism. So it's a very flexible degree. We have Biomedical Engineering, and Galway is located in a medtech hub. So it is an excellent place for career progression if you to study in this field. We have our International Human Rights Program, and this is a conversion program where you don't need to have a background in law to come onto this program. And the Irish Centre for Human Rights is based in our university, so you're getting very, very tangible experience through this centre as part of your university, as part of your master's. We have a number of programs in sustainability, such as sustainable environments, global environmental economics, and a number of others as well. And we're seeing these programs year on year are getting more popular as it's so topical. So your employment after graduation. So we have a 2-year stay back visa scheme. So if you study with us, you can stay and work in Ireland for up to 2 years when you graduate. Post this 2 years, you may have an employer who will sponsor you to stay a bit longer, and a lot of students would do that. As I said, Galway is in a global medtech hub, so it's an excellent place for career progression. We have lots of multinationals based in the city, but don't think that you have to study biomed to get a job here. You don't, because with many of these multinational companies, they have marketing departments, they have international relations departments, they have HR, they need management, they need financial accountants. So you might work for a medtech company, you might be a marketer, or you could be their accountant. So there's lots of opportunity to get international experience based in Galway, and you don't need to move away. So that means you don't need to move away from the city once you graduate to London or Dublin, for example, because we have so many good companies here in our city. We've one-to-one support and networking opportunities through our Career Development Centre, and they will help to prepare you to go into the jobs market once you graduate. We have a 98% employment rate for recent graduates, and here are just some of the companies that we partner with. In Ireland, we also have Google, LinkedIn, Snapchat, Pinterest, Facebook, to name but a few of the multinationals based here in Ireland. So how to apply? So if you're coming to Galway from Peru, you may need a foundation program if you're coming from an undergraduate program. If you have your foundation or you have some further experience in Peru, you can come directly into our undergraduate program. If you're coming for a postgraduate program, you need to have your qualification then from Peru. So you can have a look on our website for the qualifications that you need to have. Some of our programs will require you to have the higher scores, some a little bit lower, but we can I can talk with you on a case-by-case basis about each course requirement. You will need to have an English language certificate as well. So that's the IELTS of 6.5 overall, with no less than 5.5 in any one component. And you can present with a number of qualifications as well, similar to the IELTS. We do have an English language centre, so this will help you. We always say that academic English is not anybody's first language. So the Academic Writing Centre is there for everybody to use. And we have a number of pre-sessional programs to help you if you're just on the threshold of your English language requirement, or if you meet all requirements for your course except for your English language, you can attend our 10-week pre-sessional course. And this is as an alternative to getting the IELTS exam. You'd still have to pass an exam at the end of the course, but our tutors would work with you the whole way through and get you ready to progress onto our program. We also offer in-sessional support. Finally, I would invite you to meet our students. So on our Instagram page, we've got lots of student ambassadors who create content for us and just really show what life is like in Galway. So I would invite you to check them out and see if you can imagine what your life might be here as well. So thank you so much for your attention.